I'm a hustler, man. I'm always get it off the muscle, man. Tryna make them hundreds bust the rubber bands. Rain, sleet, hell or snow, I'm tryna get it in. Woo! I go door to door, stacking up them dollars like dominoes. I go door to door. I'm a hustler, I sell ice to a Eskimo.
Hustlers. What's cracking? It's your boy Deshaun. Welcome back to another episode of Roof Hustlers, baby, where we tackle all your daily door-to-door objections, rejections, and we teach you guys how to make connections, man. Because if you ain't creating genuine customer connections, building better customer relationships, and providing premier customer service, then you know, like I know, guys, you ain't making a difference in your wallet or the community, baby. And that's what we do over here at Roof Hustlers, man. Help you guys go from average to good, from good to great. Always keeping food on your plate, baby. Because if you do what I do, you know it's a jungle out here. So this week on Roof Hustlers, we got a special edition for you guys, right? We got a 3-part episode. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be covering the 3 biggest threats to your success, right? The first one, it is the lack of self-awareness, right? Your inability to self-assess, right? The second one, escalation to commitment, or also known as commitment bias. You're so stuck in your way of doing things. And the third one, trial and success, right? So you got to stay tuned. It's going to be a 3-part episode. We're going to be dropping them week after week after week instead of just flooding you with a ton of information for one episode, guys. So without further ado, let's jump into part 1, right? The first biggest threat to your success, the lack of self-awareness. The first thing that may be a threat to your success, guys, is the lack of self-awareness, right? The ability to self-assess. A lot of people kind of lack this trait, right? I always say it's hard to see the picture when you're inside the frame. So you got to be mindful of your thoughts, right? You got to be mindful of your tendencies, your triggers, the things that make you tick, the things that make you feel good, things that make you feel bad, right? You got to be aware of the way you talk to people, your emotions, all of these things, your thoughts, right? So you got to have high levels of self-awareness. So your self-awareness is one of the things that can stop you and can be one of your biggest threats to success. So what I want to do for you, I want to give you some things that can help you overcome your lack of self-awareness, right? First thing you could do to overcome your lack of self-awareness is acknowledge the small wins, guys. All right. Sometimes we get so focused on the big wins that we don't get to enjoy the small wins or the small developing things that's taking place, right? Consistency compounds, guys. So as you're going out there, you hustling and you looking for the big win, right? The $10,000 check, the 70 square roof, learn to appreciate the small wins in your life, right? So I always tell guys, the only bad day in the field is the day you not in the field, right? So if you set a goal to go out there and knock 4 hours that day and you went out there for 4 hours and let's say you didn't close any deals, maybe only set up 2 appointments, acknowledge that small win. What's that small win? You actually kept the word that you made to yourself and you went out there and you worked your full 4 hours. So that's a small win. That's something that can help you become aware of, hey, I did say what I was going to do, which can build your confidence over time, guys. So that's the first thing you could do to improve your self-awareness, man. Just acknowledge the small wins in your life, because the small wins is the things that add up to the big wins, right? You don't get the big wins just up front. You got to do the small things that matter, and eventually they compound to your big wins. The second thing you can do to improve your lack of self-awareness is do something like I did, guys. Take the DISC assessment, right? Take your personality assessment. It changed the game for me. It gave me a lot of tendencies and traits that I possess. Like one of my traits is I got a high sense of urgency. So it helped me become aware that everybody around me don't possess that same sense of urgency. So I got to be a little bit more patient when I'm dealing with other people, right? Like another thing it's taught me is that I'm not the best when it comes to details. So I'm very aware that I rock out with people who are very strong in the detail department, right? I'm a high I, right? I'm a high D and I'm a high S. My S is a 77, my D is a 67, my I is a 67, and my C is a 28, right? So by my S being so high, it helped me become aware that I'm a very patient person. Usually high S's are good coaches, right? They're loyal, they're persistent. My D is a 67. Under stress, it drops to like a 30, right? And I paid for coaching for 8 weeks to get clarity on that. So I've learned that when my D drops to a 25s, that's due to me having lack of clarity. So when I don't have clarity, I can't execute at the highest levels. So I'm highly aware that I need clarity, a mapped out plan. And once I got a mapped out plan, I can execute at the highest levels. So what I highly recommend you guys do, take the flight assessment. It's by Eric Thomas, flightassessment.com, and take it and study it, right? And it can help you become more aware of who you are, because the hardest thing to master in this world is you. And once you can master you, everything gets a lot easier, right? So that's the second thing you can do. Take a personality test, get some type of internal roadmap that can help you master yourself, right? And then the third thing you can do to help improve your self-awareness is create a circle of success, right? Get around other guys who are succeeding at a higher level than you, or maybe at the same level than you, and they looking to elevate to those next levels. And when you got other people around you that are self-aware, by default, it'll cause you to start becoming self-aware of who you are, right? When you hang around other people who develop in their character, it's going to make you want to develop your character. When you hang around other people who saving money and investing money, it's going to make you want to start saving money and investing money, right? It's going to help you start becoming aware of the areas that you're not too strong in and allow you to start improving those, right? So I like to do an evaluation sheet. It says my strengths, my weaknesses, new areas I want to improve, new skills I want to develop. And I do that evaluation sheet, and it allows me to have a little bit more clarity on, the areas I'm weak in, the areas I'm strong in, and it allows me to focus on those. Benjamin Franklin did a task like that, right? He would write down all of the things that he wasn't that good at, and daily he would make sure that he was improving in those areas and doubling down on his strengths, right? So that's the third thing you could do to improve your self-awareness. Get around other people who are self-aware, and by default, it's going to make you start self-assessing yourself and start reevaluating how you're doing things, show if you could be more efficient, more effective, more dynamic, in the things that you are doing. So that's the first thing that might be stopping you from, succeeding at the highest level. The ability to self-assess, little to no self-awareness. Become self-aware, guys, and it'll change the game for you. So that right there, guys, is the first biggest threat that might be stopping you from succeeding at the levels that you want to, guys. So make sure you stay tuned in for next week as we cover part 2, the second biggest threat that might be stopping you from succeeding at the highest levels. If you've got value out of today, guys, please do us a favor. Leave us some comments down in the comment box. We do pay attention to those. If there's any topics that you want us to cover on Roof Hustlers, so shoot us an email, roofhustlers@gmail.com, and we'll cover that topic for you, right? And make sure you follow us over on the Instagram at Roof Hustlers, TikTok, Roof Hustlers. Make sure you join the Facebook group, the Roof Hustlers group, right? It's a great community. We're going to be doing more free trainings in that as well, guys. So as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate your love and support. And as always, baby, hustle hard, hustle smart, and don't be afraid to bump guard. Hustlers, I'm out.